He's Bill Ryder, and he's Ryder than you.
The program Ryder than you, sometimes.
He's a fan.
I love sports so much.
He's in your face.
I will destroy those obnoxiously arrogant, clueless, tone-deaf superstars who are marginal players, good players, who made careers, who think they're Hall of Famers.
He's nice.
I promise, we're nice here.
He's humble.
I think I'm pretty good if you're on the show about admitting if I got it wrong.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Bill Ryder.
All right, Tuesday show. The pod keeps on plotting, doing its thing. BillRyder.substack.com. Thank you for subscribing for free, or for those of you that pay for the pod. We've got Howard Beck tomorrow. We've got Andrew Bogusch on Thursday, and we've got Pretty Daddy on Friday, which means he'll be there for Bum of the Week. So if you want to try to come up with reasons it should be him, whether you are listening to the pod or you're Stuart Kovacs, who's about to be on the pod, hit me up. I love making Pretty Daddy Bum of the Week when he deserves to do that. A lot of things to get to. I'm going to share with Stu a dream I had, because he used to freak out Pretty Daddy. I don't know if it freaks out Stu. Stuart's going to the World Baseball Classic this week. He's going to give us a primer on it. We've got a great buy or sell. And again, BillRyder.substack.com. If you're listening on Apple, if you are listening on Spotify, you can do that. It's a place to get the podcast. There are some ads that are in there, just part of the process of putting it through there. If you want to listen directly on Substack, BillRyder.substack.com. My buddy Greg, I went out with my buddy Greg last night, and he was complaining that he started to watch the pod, but then he couldn't watch anymore. And I said, yeah, man, that's because you don't pay for the video, but you could have just listened for free. He's like, well, where was that? I go, in the same email. He's like, I don't know. I go, why don't you just get it on Apple? It's on Apple. So look, it's okay if it's a little confusing. This guy's in the freaking business, okay? This guy's like a big shot in the business, and he can't find the podcast. So if you're having trouble kind of figuring it out, you can hit me up on Twitter at SportsWriter. You can go to Substack, and you can instant message me or get in the comments. I reply to all of them. And one of you, David, I think it was you, want me to find a more downloadable way through the Substack app without the ads for paid subscribers. It's on the list. I'm going to do it. It's probably easy. I am just an idiot when it comes to all things technology, so we'll get to that. I just very quickly want to give you a stream of consciousness perspective on Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is going to be the equivalent of when you have a friend in high school and it occurs to you he's dating someone who's going to set his world on fire. Or you have a buddy, and this has happened to me a few times professionally, where you sort of realize he's going down a bad path and you're not sure if you can help him. I once, and if they're watching or listening, they can just out themselves. I once took a good friend of mine to dinner in New York City, actually, and told him, I had a few drinks, and told him, I'd never cheated on Lori, right? But I told him, you need to break up with your girlfriend, but if you don't have the guts to do that, you should just cheat on her, because you need to stretch those wings, pal. And he didn't love it, but it had to be said. And then he broke up with her, and he found the love of his life. My point is, sometimes I feel like we can all kind of glance at a situation and go, I get why it's happening. This one's ugly. This isn't news. It's not breaking news. I'm not revealing something from an NBA, CIA black site when I tell you Giannis Antetokounmpo is not in a good position. He's not in a good spot. Things in Milwaukee aren't great. He returned last night after the longest layoff, injury-wise, of his career. He was mediocre. He was fine. He was okay. He played 25 minutes. The Bucks got hammered by a Celtics team that didn't have Jaylen Brown, by the way. It just hit me that his window is going to close, Giannis Antetokounmpo's, much quicker than most superstars. And that as much as we have taken for granted the fact that Joel Embiid's career is probably not going to live up to what it should have been, that Embiid's going to be more Phil Mickelson than, I don't know, Tiger. I mean, there's not many Tigers out there. Whatever golfer you want to put into the mix. It was the first time randomly last night when I realized Giannis, one of my favorite players in the NBA. And I was just on Bart Winkler's podcast, and some of you watched it and liked it. Not anti-Wisconsin, as Bart and I went over, even if he has a producer whose name I don't care about or remember, who wasn't very nice to me. I'm pro-Wisconsin. I'm from that part of the country. Giannis's career has only a few years left at the level that he's able to play at. He is not a shooter, okay? He's not Michael Jordan when he's 38 or 40 years old, can develop some crazy shot that nobody can defend. He's not going to be LeBron in the sense that he will be. LeBron's going to be able to actually turn his back to the basket and I think generate some offense at the age that he's at. And LeBron's not a great three-point shooter, but he's not abysmal the way that Giannis is. Giannis, and I've made this comp before, is the historically great sort of wing comparison to Russell Westbrook as a point guard, in that his athleticism is stunning and overpowering and a critical part of what he does well. And once Giannis gets a little too old, it's going to go south really, really quickly. And there aren't many years left for him to be able to play at the level that he needs to. He's 31 years old. He has 2 MVPs. He's got 2 MVPs. He's only, one behind Jokic? I think Nikola Jokic only has 3. He's got the same number of rings as Nikola has. But the problem is the game is starting to move past Giannis. I don't know what's going to become of Jokic, but he may win the MVP this year or in years ahead. The Denver Nuggets are very much a contender. The rest of the NBA, the next generation, the sort of mini generation after this one, is starting to catch up to and surpass Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, Kevin Durant maybe at the tail end of that, Steph Curry maybe at the tail end of that. I think for me, KD, Steph, LeBron were one little mini generation. And then you had Giannis and you had Embiid and you had Jokic as this sort of core. And you've got SGA who won an MVP last year and could do it again this year. The Thunder are clearly the favorites. Victor Wembanyama is on the rise. We haven't talked a lot about Anthony Edwards, but there's still a young superstar who I think can break through. That's I think, dangerous team in the Western Conference we don't talk about enough. Giannis is being left behind. His career, to me, is in danger of being this magical thing that doesn't live up to the promise. And if I could, I would send him a text message and say, let's go get dinner at a steakhouse in Soho. And then I would fortify myself with 2 old fashions. And then if you're watching, if whoever I'm talking about is watching, they want to out themselves, they can. And then I would sit Giannis down and I would say, you got to break up with your girlfriend. She might be wonderful. I don't have anything against her. I'm not opposed to Wisconsin. You might have to break her heart. It is time for you to go somewhere else. It is time for you to leave. Because Giannis isn't going to win in Milwaukee. They're not good enough. They're not going to be good enough. And as much as from a Wisconsin perspective, and I get it, I would be pissed if I was a Bucks fan listening to me talk about their team. As much as from a Wisconsin perspective, it doesn't matter what's in Giannis' best interest. You just want, when there's a couple, when there's 2 people, and one of them needs to move on, the other one who doesn't want to move on, the other one who's still in love with that person, will beg and will cry and will scream and will be angry at the friend. I get it. If you're the one whose heart's about to be broken, you don't want to hear this. It doesn't change the fact that Giannis can't win in Milwaukee. And if his career ends with 2 MVPs and 1 championship, that one against the Suns, great. It's a great career. He had an opportunity to be better. He had an opportunity to be legendary. He's going to be regarded as a Hall of Famer and that's it. He's not Karl Malone, but Giannis was talented enough. I think he is talented enough to be in the Nikola Jokic category, to be a guy that while maybe not the best player of all time, can be top 5 or top 10. If Jokic wins a few more MVPs or another ring, we're going to have to start having difficult conversations about Jokic versus whomever. Already, Jokic is probably better than Kevin Durant. Giannis doesn't have the offensive weapons, the firepower offensively that Jokic has, because almost no one in the history of the game does. But Giannis has been, in his career, a remarkable defensive force, a guy who can operate on both sides of the ball. And watching him come back last night, watching him play, this went longer than I expected it to. I don't know Giannis the way that I knew my buddy to tell him, you got to break up with your girlfriend for 6 years and get out there and have fun. Giannis, you got to break up with your girlfriend of the last, I don't even know how long he's been in Milwaukee, 9, 10, 11 years, and get out there and have fun. Now, you got to choose correctly. Because my buddy, who did not like my advice, knew I was right. That was why he was pissed off. Because he's such a sweet guy. He's like, this is not okay because I was telling the truth. You know what he did? He found the right person. He found the person he's going to marry. If he had gone out there and ended up with, Cotton Candy, the dancer, I mean, it would have ended badly. You can have good advice. They still have to sort of, you lead a horse to water. So I need Giannis, when he takes this advice, whoever can get to him, whoever can take him out to dinner, to make him understand that this is critically important. That there are only so many years left in which he can be a force for a basketball team. And wherever that is, Whether you think it's the Lakers, whether you think it's the Knicks, whether you think it's not going to be Houston because of KD, wherever you think it is, San Antonio, Dallas, whatever, it's time. This isn't new. It isn't revelatory. I know we've been talking about this forever. Someone's got to sit Giannis down and tell him it's time to go. It's time to leave. You're not Leo from The Wolf of Wall Street, with your I'm not going anywhere. You are Leo on your way to NBA legacy jail. And if you don't break out now, you're not going to get out. All right, Giannis take complete. And to my buddy out there, who I gave that advice to, you're welcome. Be right back.
You're listening to the Writer Than You podcast.
All right, let's get to Stewie. Hey, look at us double.
All right.
We're double soccering. You can only see it if you pay for the
are.
show. I have a Barca kit on. You've got Liverpool, red and yellow. Just primary colors smacking us.
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah, they play today, so I'll be ready for a nice little soccer match once we're done here.
How do you feel about Giannis? I know this is new. I don't know why it hit me yesterday. I haven't watched a ton of hoops, but I watched some of that game.
Yeah,
it makes me sad.
It is sad, and you're right because again, Giannis, he did win out that championship. He did, come in with the MVP. Like he is a amazing player, and he is someone who should define a generation. And we've had a lot of great players this generation, up to the older generation with Steph and LeBron. Now the newer generation,
right?
Giannis, Durant, Embiid. I guess Durant's kind of in the middle of that, but yeah, you're right. Like if this is how it ends, obviously he's going to be playing somewhere else next year. I think we all kind of agree on that. There will be another team. It's just a matter of what the team is. But yeah, if he only has the one ring to show for it, and I don't think he's going to win another MVP. I could be wrong, but maybe he does. But if that's the case, like again, it's similar to Durant in the sense of,
yeah,
okay, like sure, Giannis was the bus driver, if you will, for the one championship that he won, but if he wins just one, like again, this is another guy that you're going to be like, wow.
Isaiah Thomas had a better career. I'm sorry, to put it into I think interesting perspective. So Giannis last won an MVP. He won back-to-backers. His last one, his second one was 2020. That's the year Aaron Rodgers won an MVP, wow, and Jose Abreu won an MVP.
Oh goodness!
For the
I don't think
Chicago
Jose Abreu
White
was in. I don't think Abreu is in the majors anymore. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, it's
a long time ago. It's not.
It's not, long.
If you would have asked me, I would have said like 3 years ago, which is crazy. Obviously, I think since 2020, a lot of us have had this like weird sense of time where we don't know what
me too.
6 years is. It feels like sometimes it feels like 3 years, sometimes it feels like 10.
That's real. That's real.
It's so weird. But yeah, if you would have asked me like in 2 seconds or less, how many years ago did Giannis win MVP? I would have said like 3 or maybe 4, not 6. That's crazy to me.
Did you love my analogy comparison to Giannis and when the
Yes.
time I had to take a secret friend out for dinner?
Yeah, because because that friend obviously needed the advice, and Giannis needs the advice.
Should I out the friend or no? Should I just let them come forward when they're ready?
I think that's fair. Yeah,
let them come forward, or I should do it.
No, let them come forward. I think that's.
Do you think they will?
Probably not.
No. Okay, I wonder who it could be, Stu.
I
wonder who it could be. By the way, I wasn't going to bring this up, but so my wife Lori got laid off did I tell you this? A few days ago from her public librarian job, but she's really like enjoyed my Substack, which is very sweet of her because she's my wife, right? She listened to the show, even though I once convinced her that the Super Bowl was played in Les Orleans, a made-up island.
Oh, I remember that. I remember
regulations.
That's right.
She was real pissed. She's not a big sports person, but she likes the pod and she listens, and it's very cool and very sweet. And I think, look, I love doing this on Substack. Substack is mostly for writing, which I don't do a lot of, in large part because I don't like doing it, even though I used to do it a lot. And so Lori has joined Substack, and the response has been incredible. Several of you who pay for this podcast have paid for Lori's podcast. Absolutely unnecessary and remarkably kind. Like Lori listening to this podcast, and maybe I'm wrong, but like Lori listening to this podcast, I can't imagine a lot of my paid subscribers are jonesing for paying for a podcast about books and what you should be reading and your kids should be reading to teach you about the world and kind of navigate. Maybe they are. I don't know. But anyway, to those of you that didn't, you know who you are. Very, very kind and extraordinarily unnecessary. Thank you. because I looked at her page. She got a bunch, and I'm like, "What? I know that guy. I'm like, "Oh man,
Wow.
thanks, guys.
That's really
You
cool.
weren't sweet. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Too nice. I'm gonna tell you about my dream last night. You ready?
Yes. Love dreams.
I
Yes.
had a dream last night that I went into a like cafeteria, but it's like a work cafeteria, and Zach Gelb and Nick Costos were like slapping each other's like, hey, like best friends. Like, that was so fun last night. And I'm like, I was a little like jealous. Like, wait, I thought I was your boy, Costos. And then Costos saw me and jumped over the counter and like, Bill, give me a hug. And Gelb kind of side-eyed me. And that was my dream.
Costos athletic, jumping over a counter. Wow. How about that?
He was very athletic, you know? It was like he was like, when he saw me, he was like, and then just came. I just want to push that button. I don't know. I don't know what it means.
I never know what my dreams mean. It's so the ones I do remember, which are not often, maybe one a week, maybe one, maybe two a week.
Yeah.
They're weird. Like I had one recently. We have 3 cats, and one of the cats.
You have 3 cats?
We have 3.
I had 4 when Laura and I got married. I'm not judging. She's a cat lady.
The one you could see over my shoulder, his name is Jack. That is like Angie's baby. He's like 9 years old. He's like 18
His
pounds.
name's Jeff?
Jack.
Okay.
Jack. He is 18 pounds. He is very food motivated.
He's fat.
Yes. I wasn't going to say it. You could say it.
He's an obese kitty.
He is.
Obesity kitty. Yeah.
And, I get frustrated with him probably more than the other 2 just because of his timing and, his asking for food and knocking stuff off the counter, all of that. So I had a dream that in the dream, Jack grew to be life size, like human size. So basically think of a cat that was my size, and then we got in a fist fight, and then I woke up from the dream. So again, I don't know what this means. I guess
I know what it means. No, what it means you hate Jack and you want him to die.
No, that is definitely not what that means.
That's what don't get mad at me. That's what your dream is telling you. My dream is telling me I want to be friends with Costos more than Gelb, but yours
I want to kill a cat.
What is wrong with you, Stewie?
Little fist fight.
What is wrong with you? Somebody tell Angie.
Oh, I told her already.
Somebody protect Jack. So I'm really excited to get into baseball again, and I've gotten a lot of response on my "Can I be a Dodgers fan or not?" And I put it in the mailbag. I have so many mailbag questions. We'll do a mailbag, maybe the 3 of us next week again. I got so much stuff. I read a really long Shohei Ohtani story today, and I was, how sometimes when you read sports stuff, you and I do, it can feel like work. Like I gotta read this.
Sure.
I'm reading baseball stuff, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm just like, oh, this is interesting. I'm not as primed on the World Baseball Classic. I know it starts this week.
Yeah.
I know that isn't DeRosa the manager for USA?
Yes, he is. Yes.
I know that we've got, a massive amount of talent, but Japan is one of the favorites along with us. Can you? So you're actually spending your own money to go?
I'm going. Yes. Yeah. Me and my buddy have planned this basically since last fall. Like we knew we were going to go to this. We found the dates. We booked a lot of the stuff. Probably wouldn't have done this if I knew I was losing my job, but that's fine.
But you have the time now. You have the time, right?
I have the time, which is great. I have the time, which is really good. So we're going to a few games in Houston. That is where the United States is playing. There's a few other teams there. Italy is there. Great Britain's there. Mexico's there. Brazil's there. So that'll be fun. It's basically in 4 different parts. The part I'm going to is Houston, where US is playing. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to 4 games in 3 days.
Whoa.
Right? Is that 4 games in 3 days.
So you're doing a doubleheader day.
I'm doing Sunday's a doubleheader day. USA does not play on Sunday, so Sunday will be a basic doubleheader day. I believe it is Brazil and Great Britain is one of the games, and no, that is not right.
Sorry. We play Mexico.
Yeah, so we play so the ones so the ones I'm going to Great Britain, United States on Saturday. That is the Tarek Skubal one game that he is pitching. So I'll get some Tarek Skubal pitching for the United States against Great Britain. Sunday's a doubleheader day. That is Great Britain versus Italy, and then at night it is Brazil against Mexico.
How many major leaguers are on those 4 teams? Do you have any idea?
So there's a few. Like
2?
each one has a few. Like Great Britain has like Jazz Chisholm. Italy has a couple of. He has like
Kroenke.
Yeah, he has a lot of different.
Australian.
He has a lot of different I guess nationalities, and it's very. This is very
British.
This
Is
is
this like
very
the
loose.
Olympics?
This
Is
is
like when
even
an American who's the
this
80th best in the world or something, and suddenly is just like, I'm gonna play for
a different country because
the
I'll be their best
Gambia.
player, basically. Yeah.
Right.
This
I'm
is
gonna play
very
for
loose.
Austria. Right. I'm
Yeah.
the part of the Austrian team. Oh, you're Austrian? No, but my great grandma's cousin once visited.
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay.
like,
Is he fake British?
I think he has like a grandparent or something.
Come on, man. Well, that's kind of legit, I guess.
I guess. So, like, I'm looking at their roster right now. This is Great Britain's roster. They have Harry Ford, who's a good catching prospect. They have
Okay.
Jazz. They have Trace Thompson, the former Dodger outfielder.
He's British. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's about it, at least in terms
Okay.
of guys. Tristan Beck of the Giants. I think I don't know if he's a reliever. Like, they don't have a lot of guys.
Got it.
This is going to come down to the United States, Japan, and the Dominican Republic. In my opinion, those are the three.
What about Korea? Are they still? Is South
Um,
Korea any
like,
good?
Not really. Like, I'm looking at the
No?
odds. Like, these are DraftKings odds to win it all. United States minus 110, so they are the favorites.
Barely though. Okay.
Japan plus 330.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dominican Republic plus 450. Venezuela plus 900, and then it goes to plus 1800 after that. So it's really, I think it's really US.
I think
Japan,
Shohei's not starting. I think they've already
He's not.
announced that he's not starting the World Baseball. So he won't
pitching.
be pitching. Yeah, pitching. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he'll be hitting. Dominican Republic, their team is pretty insane, especially their listen to some of these offensive guys they have.
Okay.
They have Junior Caminero of the Rays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Geraldo Perdomo, Jeremy Pena, O'Neal Cruz, Julio Rodriguez, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr. So they have like.
Does Cuba compete?
An amazing. I don't think so. So like it's funny. Like they have
that is a great offense.
They have
the Dominican.
Yeah, like Cuba has Moncada. Not a whole lot of guys from Chapman.
What is this the equivalent of? Like, okay, so a gold medal is the most important thing. If that's a 10, right? If winning the Cactus League is a 1, if winning the World Series is a 10, like, what is this? Like a 5.5? Higher? 7?
So it's weird. So this started, I think, 2006, I think, was the first one they did. So this is like 20 years now. They've done it pretty much every like 3 years, give or take.
Right.
I kind of equate it to like what Adam Silver's trying to do with the NBA Cup, right? How he's trying to make the NBA Cup like the FA Cup or the Copa del Rey.
Oh, I think this is better than that.
I do. I think it's better than that. So I'm not going to put it down there.
Okay.
Because it does happen every few years. But I think it's one of those things where like, it's only 20 years old. 20 years is more than 3 or 4 years old, but it's also, not 100, 150 years old. So I think it's something like these guys are going to play with pride. Like, it's not the Olympics, not the World Series, but it's also not. I think it's like a 6, right? Like it's something that's not. It's going to have to be going on for 30, 40 years to, gather the prestige that.
I will say this.
Yeah, the other things have.
20 years, yes, but one of the greatest baseball moments I've ever seen, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, was that 3 years ago when Trout faced Ohtani at the height of their powers as teammates. Good. And I'm trying, were the bases loaded? Am I making this up?
I think they were loaded. And
it was a 1 or 2 run game?
It was close. Yeah.
And it got to 2-2 or 3-2. I can't remember. And Ohtani.
Yeah, you're living dying by every pitch. Yeah, I remember it. I remember sitting in my old apartment. I was in the newsroom.
Yeah, I was in Stamford, Connecticut, at a CBS Sports HQ, and I don't care anymore. There's a Florida office and there's a Stanford office. And the Florida office, they're not very nice. And the Stanford office, they're amazing people. So I kind of, that. I've talked about it for years.
Yes.
They're jerks down in Florida. I have some friends down there, but largely speaking, Stanford office is awesome. So like, I'm also among sort of friends. Can I admit something to you?
Of course.
We're picking up a theme here. I do love America. I promise. I was rooting for Ohtani.
Whoa.
I know, because, and this is why, and I understand that rooting for Ohtani was therefore to root for Japan to beat America. I want greatness. Like, I want to see Tiger get Smash Jack's record, which obviously didn't happen, right? I want Ohtani to be the best baseball player of all time. I want LeBron to pass Jordan until I realized it's probably in the weeds, and now I'm kind of like, whatever. I want Wembanyama to be the best player of all time. I want greatness, and it just struck me, because obviously at the time Ohtani was younger, and tried to establish himself. And Ohtani was still great, but was sort of we didn't realize, I think, the level to which he was this level of greatness. And I was just like, I want it. Like I want, like, it was like being a muggle. Do you know what that is? And watching Harry Potter battle some other wizard, like, oh my God, there's magic in the universe. I guess I'll root for that guy because he's Harry Potter. That's the dumbest comparison I ever made, but it still worked. I wanted Ohtani. Yeah, sorry.
It's fair. It's
I
fair.
want Ohtani to be amazing.
And it's funny. It all really took was him going to a competent organization like the Dodgers.
Do you know what a muggle is? What's a muggle? I'll send you.
I was trying to
$50 right now.
I will be $50 broke. I don't have.
In the Harry Potter books,
I saw the first movie. I saw the first movie. That's all of my Harry Potter experience.
In the Harry Potter books,
you have them. I know.
A muggle is a human being who can't do magic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm very Harry Potter illiterate. I'm illiterate at a lot of things. Harry Potter is certainly one of them.
That's another thing. You and Jack don't get along. Jack the cat, because cats all like Harry Potter. Dude, that's exciting. You're going.
I'm so excited, Bill.
When is the Oh my God, the cat's behind you. That's hilarious.
Not Jack. That's not Jack.
Which cat is that?
That is Cornelia.
Cornelia, what's up? Oh my God, what I wouldn't give if that attacked you if you didn't get really hurt, just to have it on video. Like a
paid subscribers, you still get attacked by a cat. Get mauled by a cat.
An aerial assault.
Oh my goodness.
There's a cat behind you, Stu. Look how far you've come. Absolutely amazing. When is what is it called? The final? Is that what World Baseball?
World Baseball Class. I think it's just they had a final, and that is it. So this tournament's kind of short, right? Like it's a few. I mean, you can pull up the schedule here, which I don't have now. But it's like a few weeks. I know it starts technically Wednesday, and I think it goes to the 15th. So I think it's 2 weeks. I believe the final is the 15th.
All right, let's go, dude.
So it's the final is in Miami. So if the United States does get there, it'll be on home turf, which will be kind of nice.
Okay, be hot. What's
be
Houston's
hot.
weather going to be? 80s? I bet 80.
Actually, you know, it's funny. I haven't looked.
70s.
The final's the 17th, by the way. The class. It's called the Classic Final in Miami.
So 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. So this is like a short. It's I know
cool.
people don't like that it's in the beginning of the season, before the season. I don't know when else they could really play it. I guess they could play it after the World Series, or they could play it in the middle of the season instead of the All-Star and take a longer. I don't think that works. That's what a lot of people are hung up on, because especially for pitchers, like spring training is when they're trying to be ramping up, not throwing high leverage, games. So I think that's what people don't like. Edwin Diaz got hurt last time towards ACL.
Right.
Missed the year.
If you're skee-ball or Skeens,
and you throw your arm,
they go out there and strike dudes out. Yeah, that's
tough. It's tough, but I don't know what else they could do unless they take a 2-week break in the middle of the season, which would then push baseball into November. I don't know, Bill.
I'm excited about it as a fan. Like, I think it'll be fun to watch.
I do too.
Baseball, man.
It's stakes too, right? Like you could argue how much stakes it has, how much it really matters, but look, these spring training games, they have zero stakes. They have negative, they'll end games in ties.
See, I do love spring training.
Just all games. Like, it doesn't matter. Those are
spring training's the one amateur thing I love. I kind of love watching.
I love it too. I've gone the past 2 years. I went to Phoenix last year, and I went to Tampa the year before.
Where are the Mets?
Games. Mets are in Port St. Lucie in Florida.
I've never been in Florida, but I've heard Arizona's better, and I love Arizona.
Arizona's better. I thought Arizona was better too. Yeah, but again, and it's a great vibe. You're just kind of watching games, watching guys working out. It's after winter time in the Northeast. You go down,
so chill. Yeah, it's so calm. You can
cheap
at
too.
least as a reporter, you can walk up and talk to anybody. They're all like, "What's like?" I had a conversation with Zach Greinke once that lasted 15 minutes. Trust me, was rare. Because
I was going to say he never. I remember
awkward.
You could never get him on the Yankees because he had I think he had a New York no trade clause, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he wouldn't have done well there. Great, really good guy, by the way. Dude, that guy was so good.
Good pitcher.
All right, I like it. Should we do a little fake break by ourselves?
Fake break, baby.
Fake break, baby. We'll be back or whatever. Something's happening.
He's Bill Ryder, and he's always right. It's righter than you.
By the way, I always hated that rejoin. I'm always right. The start of the show says we admit when we're wrong.
Contradicting the open of the show.
He's always right. Like, no, man, that's the
Pretty
anti.
sure me and Doug wrote those.
You did not. You did?
I think so. I think I wrote a few, and then Doug, our former
I love
production
Dougie.
director. Yeah, we came up with some of those.
By the way, you know that I went on Bart's podcast.
Yes.
Bart became a free subscriber to Lori's Substack yesterday.
Whoa.
It's very kind. It's very nice. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's for Bart.
As for
Friendship comes in places you never expected. So does my singing. I apologize for what just came out of my mouth. We got breaking news. What's going on? Breaking news?
breaking news?
No.
No.
It's just
Oh,
a cat
sorry.
behind
No. I was
It's just a cat behind you.
Yeah, let me
Dude,
move
that
it.
cat is. What is that cat doing? Oh, hey, hello.
It is staring at me because it wants food. It's basically, yeah. Hi. Yes,
My
she
God.
just
All
sits
right.
there. So she's not like the one that will meow and knocks stuff over. She'll just sit there and stare at me.
Welcome to Rider Than Cats. Meow.
Meow.
What side will Bill take on the biggest issues in the world of sports? It's time for today's edition of Buy or Sell on Writer Than You.
All right, buy or sell.
Buy or sell cats, Bill.
You know what?
Buy.
I used to be a dog person, right?
Me too. Yep.
Here's my argument for cats. If you want pets, and I have kids, so I need pets. They're easy, man. Like, you want to go. I like to travel. You want to jump on a plane, use those Marriott points. You want to get in the car and just go to whatever, do a night away in some San Diego, Santa Barbara, go see friends, go see your brother in Denver, whatever. You open the toilet seat, you leave a big bowl of water, you leave a big thing of food, you leave. If you have a dog, you got to pay somebody to walk the dog.
Yeah,
Dog's
no
pissed off.
chance.
You got to put in a hotel or some dog hotel. It's ridiculous. Yeah, give me cats.
I agree. The cats are much more simpler. You don't have to let them out in the middle of the winter. You don't have to do any of that. It's kind of nice. They just ask for food, and you just have to clean the litter box and give them water, and you're set.
Dogs, you have to earn. You automatically get their love. Cats, you have to earn their love.
You have to earn it.
And a
And
lot
they're
of ways,
very
cats
independent too.
Cats like D-Cell. It's hard to like him, but it's easy to respect him.
Diesel should get a cat.
D-Cell should get a cat. Can you imagine? Oh, pretty daddy. I
right.
bought cats.
All
right.
right, love it.
Great show so far. Can't go wrong.
Cat talk. As she just
Cat
looks at
talk.
us. Okay, Trey Young, who has weirdly not suited up for the Wizards yet, but somehow got ejected from last night's game against the Rockets. He came off the bench, yelled at the refs. Again, was not in the game, but he walked onto the court, yelled at the refs, and got ejected from the game. Buy or sell, Trey Young is off to an amazing start with the Washington Wizards.
Think of the passion it takes to have never played a single second for your team and to have been ejected by an actual NBA game.
Oh my gosh.
Do we know what he was yelling? We don't know, right? We just know it wasn't okay.
No, I assume it wasn't okay because it is not in any of the stories I've written. I'm sure it was something not nice. I would say.
Now this is the last game before he plays, right? He said he's back. He's coming back.
He's coming back. Yeah, he said he'd make his debut Thursday at home against the Jazz.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right, we are buying Trey Young. Start with the Wizards. Speaking of the Wizards, their future is kind of interesting, right? They traded for Anthony Davis and Trey Young ahead of this trading deadline. They have a lot of draft capital coming up. They have a very high pick in this draft. We'll see what the lottery odds give them, but
they have
Sarr, the young Sarr kid, so they have a interesting. They have
Bilal Kalabouli or whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Buy or sell, you're bullish on the Wizards' future.
Who's their Trey Johnson? Trey Johnson? Who's their shooting guard?
Trey Johnson is yes. Funnily enough, had him on the show during All-Star Weekend. He is speaking of Zach Greinke, he is a man of few words, Mr. Trey Johnson.
You guys had him on Westwood One Sports?
Yeah.
I was at Damian Lillard on a weekend show I did. That cat behind you is just doing stuff. There's stuff.
I know.
This is why you got to pay for the pod so you can see.
Yeah, you get to see stuff. Yeah, this cat is just milling around.
His girlfriend reaching for her purse. The cat.
What else will we get? Who knows?
Whatever he's
Subscribe
doing.
to find out.
By the way, the East is not very good. I know Jason Tatum will be back next year, but it just doesn't. Oh, I'm I definitely am interested. If Trae Young and Anthony Davis play, and that's a big if, play 65 games together, Stu, don't you think that team wins at least 48 games?
Yeah, even Anthony Davis's age, and they're kind of itching together because of Trae Young's inability to play defense, and Anthony Davis can kind of make up for that, I guess, in a way.
Right.
Get the right guy, and this is a loaded draft. If you get a top 3 or 4 pick,
that's exactly it, man.
Really good player, most likely. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm bullish on their future too. Bye.
I'm gonna go to Tankathon right now. Do you know what Tankathon is? It's a website where you can simulate the draft. Are you ready to simulate the draft?
Let's do it.
And survey says the Wizards got the number 1 pick in this simulation.
Did they?
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, you're getting like a Cameron Boozer, Darren Peterson, AJ DeBon's type of player, which all 3 look like they're going to be. Darren Peterson has his own stuff going on. That's whatever. But all
12.5% chance to get the number 1 pick, 48% chance to get a top 4. Oh my God! In this simulation, Milwaukee's pick jumped all the way to 2 and goes to Atlanta. Oh. It's just a simulation, but wow.
I was right. Fascinating. All right. This goes back to the weekend when the Warriors lost to the Lakers. There was footage of Steph Curry kind of looking frustrated at Draymond Green.
So funny.
Yeah, it's obviously Steph has been out for a while with his injury, and the Warriors they don't seem like they're going to really have much of a say this year in the Western Conference playoffs. Buy or sell, Steph Curry is enjoying his time with teammate Draymond Green.
If you miss this, Draymond is screaming at Steph about something. Yeah. And Steph is just looking at him. And there are so many social media posts like what it looks like when you realize you got to break up with your girlfriend. Like all these. It's bad, dude. It's all fun and games when you're winning. By the way, let me give you a take, and you can tell me. Buy or sell, even though they won a championship after this, buy or sell. Actually, they didn't. Sorry. Buy or sell, the Warriors' ending began when Draymond Green punched a teammate, and there weren't real consequences for him.
Buy. That's when everything started to go down, right? With Mr. Poole and Draymond. Yeah, because they were still pretty good at that point.
Right? The season before.
Yes.
Preseason, punches Jordan Poole in the face.
2021, I think that was. And then the training camp of the next
Jordan Poole going away is not even what I'm referring to. I'm referring to
sure.
No consequences for Draymond Green.
Yeah, right.
He's a leader. It should have just been like, no, man. He's gone or he's in the doghouse, and he became bigger than the team. You know what? He became like Ronaldo, but he's not even that good. So it's a soccer reference.
That's a good soccer reference, yeah. Yeah, especially Ronaldo at Manchester United. That second stint was pretty bad.
Here, I'm gonna try something. Ready?
Okay.
It's time for no context buy or sell.
Okay, let's do it. All right. A buy or sell. Bruce Pearl is right about Miami of Ohio's basketball team.
What kind of a jerk is this guy? So Bruce Pearl to Barstool, right? Are they called the Red Hawks? In fairness, I don't know what they're called.
I think they're the Miami Ohio Red Hawks. I think that's right.
And are they undefeated?
They are 29-0 overall. They are, I think, 16-0 or 18-0 in their conference, which is not a good conference. They haven't really played anyone, but they're undefeated. They have not lost a game. So, which is
says they don't deserve.
Yeah.
What was it? They don't deserve a March Madness bid?
Basically, that's a one conference. That's a one conference, one bid conference. So he's saying if they don't win the conference tournament, even if they go whatever the record will end up being 34-1, whatever it is, if they lose that game or lose a game in that conference tournament, they do not deserve to go to the tournament.
I'm going to sell that he's right. Man, and that's some of the magic of college basketball is you get to get teams like this in. I understand what the frustration will be if they don't win their tournament, if they lose in the conference championship game on a buzzer beater. And if you put them in, you're going to have to bump some team that's right on the margins, and you're going to have some power school that's going to have all their players. And when they announce it, they're going to be all sad. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you go, whatever, I don't know, 35-1 or whatever the number
Yeah.
is, you're in. Also, Bruce, it's always the coaches who are the hardest on the media who say the most incendiary, hot takey things.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy to think that you could have that great of a season and not make the tournament. Like, come on. We're going to put these like 500, big SEC or Big Ten schools, teams that are like 16 and 14 in the tournament, but not a team that
100%.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. Okay, buy or sell that Shohei Ohtani can win a Cy Young in the next 3 seasons.
I've been obsessing on this buy. The biggest obstacle is the Dodgers not pitching him often enough. Yeah. Although I had this conversation with my buddy last night who's a big Dodgers guy. If he goes 17-3 with a 2.02 ERA, he'll win the Cy Young. Yeah. So let me just read you, because I was geeking out on the story today. Between his 2 elbow surgeries, Ohtani has made 74 starts for the Angels from 21 to 23. During that time, he posted a 2.84 ERA, struck out 542 batters in 428 innings. Among the 57 pitchers who compiled at least 400 innings in that stretch, only Max Fried and Max Scherzer had a lower ERA. Only Blake Snell had a higher strikeout rating. Yesterday, Ohtani, or maybe maybe the day before, had a simulated couple innings, hit 98. And the reporting is that his stuff was absolutely electric. I think he can win a Cy Young award. I think pitching every 6 days or 7 days and being ramped up slowly sometimes. Like, Stu, I don't know that he'll start until May or June.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Let me posit to you what I told my buddy Greg. You tell me if you agree. I said that if Shohei Ohtani ever wins a Cy Young award, he will automatically become the best player in baseball history. I think he may be already, but it'll be decided and accepted. And it will make him one of the 3 or 4 best athletes of this century. No, I'm sorry, one of the top 2 athletes of the century. And you're competing against Tiger, Messi, LeBron, Phelps, Simone Biles.
Brady.
Yeah. Brady. That's right.
Yeah.
Buy or sell, you agree?
I buy. I agree. I buy that. Yeah. I mean, if he can do both at such a high level, the highest of levels, winning MVPs and winning Cy Youngs, that's...
Does he have 4 MVPs or 3? He has 4, right?
I think it's 4. I think this past one was his 4th. And then you add a Cy Young to that. It is interesting, though, right? Because it does feel like the Dodgers are going to go 6-man rotation. It does feel like they're going to be very, very cautious with him, as they should be.
They should be.
But if he, as long as he could do both and not get hurt doing so, like, let him do it. It's great.
Also, if he wins a Cy Young award, it's almost a guarantee he'll also win the MVP.
Yeah. Because they do I know it's not offensive player of the year, it's most valuable player. A pitcher can win that. So if he's doing the offensive stuff he always does,
win both the same year.
Yeah.
I think 5 is the most anyone's ever won one, right? Did Bonds have? Somebody had 5.
I think Bonds has 5.
Yeah, I think 5 is the record. I don't think Trout has 5. Trout should have.
I think Trout got kind of screwed by the fact that he was on the Angels for so long.
And the sabermetricians hadn't quite. Now the sabermetricians, the math guys, have a lot more sway because there's a lot more of them that cover the game. When Trout was doing it, it was still sort of a debate.
No, it is true. Also, Bonds has 7.
7.
And then Ohtani has 4.
Sure has 4.
Everyone else has 3. It's just insane. And the guy still has multiple years of... It is a shame we might lose a year next year of that, but he has multiple years of dominance. And the only way he's probably not going to win one is, A, if he gets hurt, or B, if people just get tired of him being Ohtani and winning MVPs, which we've seen happen in the NBA especially, right? Like, guys won't vote for him because, it's someone else is new and cool and, not as good, but we want to vote someone different as the winner of the award. So.
One of the things that I've never heard discussed that I think is really interesting is that I don't think anyone regards a Major League Baseball MVP as less important to a legacy, less valuable than an NFL MVP or an NBA MVP. But baseball awards 2 of them. I mean, it's not as if baseball has 60 teams. They have 30 teams.
30 teams, yep.
Same numbers in the NBA, close to the same numbers in the NFL. We're in the same ballpark. And they award 2.
Sure.
They award one goes to the American League, one goes to the National League. They're actually awarding twice as many MVPs every year as the NBA and the NFL. I wouldn't do this in the NFL. I don't think. But is there an argument that maybe the NBA should have an Eastern or Western Conference MVP? They won't do it because that's never been the tradition. But it's twice as hard to win MVP. I think part of the reason the shiny new thing exists in the NBA is because it's twice as hard to win it.
Yes. I would argue more to having it just one now, especially for baseball, because
Just
the
go to
leagues are
one.
the same. The teams play each other. The rules are the same. It's just basically
That's true.
splitting
That's
the
true.
same league in half, which the NBA is the same. You split the league in half. There's no different rule. I understand the argument when there was a DH in one and no DH in the other, but this should just be one award, one Cy Young, one MVP, right? Like,
I like it.
That's how I would do
Good
it.
call.
They probably won't change that, though.
That's what it's doing right there, everybody.
All right. Buy or sell, the Lions Super Bowl window is closed after trading David Montgomery to the Texans.
Sell.
I'm gonna sell. Probably the wrong answer.
It's tough, isn't it? It's a really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a tough division. Here's what I'll say. Brady and the Patriots, I wrote them off. Never won back-to-backs, right? I know the Lions haven't won yet. Last year's real impact was losing both of its coordinators. Let's see if they maybe this year have a better plan for how to deal with Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson being elsewhere. I don't want to write them off just yet. And Montgomery's great. Former Bear. Running backs are the most replaceable position in football.
It's true. Yeah. All right. Buy or sell that the ABS system will be great for the sport of baseball.
I don't.
Interesting.
God, I hate to admit it. It's like the rising machines. As a former umpire, it may hurt pains me. I was an umpire for a while. Did you ever buy or sell?
Yeah.
You buy or sell? You want to hear my dream as an umpire?
Buy. Yes.
Okay.
Buy.
I don't think you know this one. My dream is for an actual major league umpire. The next time he rings up Mike Trout to go, "You're Trout."
Oh no!
My dream.
Can you imagine that?
Buy.
My dream.
No.
Buy or sell if Trout, swung out, looking, and the ump goes, "You're Trout." Buy or sell, Mike Trout would be ejected based on whatever followed.
Sell. He doesn't. I don't think I've ever seen him argue. He
I
probably
agree.
has, but like he doesn't seem
He's
like
super
the guy.
chill.
He just is gonna be like, all right, go back to the bench and probably pull a muscle going back to the bench. But
Do you like the system?
I love it. I think it's gonna take time to get used to it. Kind of like the pitch clock took a little bit of time, but I think once we get this going and they get stuff right, and they'll probably streamline it a little more too, where it's not taking 10 seconds. It'll probably take a little less than that. I think it's great. You get calls right. You're gonna hold the umpires accountable. It's gonna make some umpires look pretty bad, as we've seen already at spring training. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to get these calls right. Yeah.
I like the human error, but I agree with you.
All right, buy or sell. Hatafa, they did the world a favor yesterday.
Hatafe, I love you.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Hatafe beat Real Madrid 1-0, giving Barcelona a 4-point lead. None of you care. Just understand, Real Madrid is evil and subtraction the sum of all human joy. And when they suffer, the rest of us thrive.
I love it. How about that? How about Diesel calling it? I was like, nah,
He did.
Real Madrid's
You know what?
gonna win. Cheers for
He
Diesel.
really did, didn't he?
Diesel, the soccer expert on this show now.
Unbelievable.
Right?
Hatafe is a small club that plays terrible terrible soccer, and the suburbs of Madrid should. I think it was at the Bernabeu, right? It was.
I think it was, they were home. I think, yeah.
It's only the second time in history Hatafe has beat Real Madrid. Just so everything is great. I love it.
It's a big deal for the title race too. It's now 4 points. It would have been if they would have won. It would have been 1. If they
won,
drew, if it would have been 3. But
that can fall apart.
That's
beautiful.
It's
like a cat coming into the shot of a sports podcast. Nobody saw it coming.
Right. Nobody saw it coming,
Stu.
All right, last one for you. This is a big one for you later this afternoon.
Okay.
Buy or sell that Barcelona can pull off the remontada against Atletico Madrid today. The other Madrid team.
Nice Spanish. Remontada. It's comeback in Spanish, dog.
Yes,
Let's go.
it is. I love it.
All right, so Barcelona's down 4-0. It's 2 games. Total score I think they can. By the way,
All right.
the betting odds give Barcelona a 12.5% chance.
It's pretty
They're
good. For being
7
out
to 1.
4-0, that's pretty good. Yeah.
They have to. They probably won't. They almost certainly won't. Their defense is crap. There's no Eric
Mm.
Garcia. But if they get out to like a 2-0 lead in the first 30 or 30 minutes in the first half,
Yeah.
all bets are off, Stewie.
Yeah. And we've
Buy or
seen it.
sell, Barca wins today, Stu.
I'll buy that.
Buy.
Wow.
I'll buy that.
Well,
Atleti is.
optimism.
I know Atleti's been a little better since the first few months of the
They're
season.
garbage.
But yeah, I don't know. They were one of those teams in Champions League that I think they play Tottenham actually in the round of
They
16.
do.
So who could be worse?
Buy or sell, Tottenham's going to get relegated.
I'll sell it, but it's going to be really close. I think they'll finish 17th out of, if you finish 18th, you get relegated. If you finish 17th, you're safe. I think they're going to finish 17th. But it's going to be close because these teams that are below them are fighting, and they look absolutely horrible to Tottenham, that is.
My brother is terrified.
He should
It's
be
only
terrified.
one spot. There's only because Burnley and Wolves are both
basically done.
They're
I mean,
getting
Burnley's basically done. Wolves are done. Yeah.
Tottenham has a 10-point lead over Burnley in 19. They should be relegated if Burnley can make that a contest.
Yeah. But Force is showing a little fight. West Ham is showing some fight as well. It's going to be interesting. They probably won't, but it's going to be close. It's going to go down to the last couple of days.
You are wearing a Liverpool jersey. Buy or
am.
sell. If Liverpool got relegated, you would watch their games in the championship.
Oh, God. I would, but yes, I would. Yeah.
Buy.
That's terrifying to think of, but yes. Will your brother watch Tottenham games in this? Yeah.
Buy.
Told me yes. Soccer. By the
Terrible.
way, those of you watching this, let me explain this to you. There are all these domestic leagues, right? Leagues. England has a league. France has a league. Spanish, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and La Liga has a league. German league. And the top 3 or 4 or 5, depending on the league, go to the Champions League. So it's a league where all the different leagues play. Think it's interleague play. It's inter-country play. If you win the Champions League, you're automatically in the Champions League next year.
I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
Tottenham is in the final 8. Now, they're not very good, but they're in the final 8. It's theoretically possible
It is. Yeah.
that Tottenham could win the Champions League, be in the Champions League next year, but be relegated to the championship. It's very confusing, right?
It is.
The second league in English football, soccer. And how do you do that? Because they play 46 or 48 games. They play every week. So how would you even schedule the matches?
Yeah.
Because they play every 3 days the entire year.
And they'll play more cup games too. Oh yeah, that'll be,
it can be amazing.
A nightmare. That'll be a scheduling nightmare. They'll be having one team play Champions League and one team play league matches. They'll
Maybe
cut the team in half. And
you're right.
I don't know.
Maybe.
They might have
and
to
they have to cut salaries.
Yeah, that's gonna be impossible. Yeah. Oh,
soccer.
Buy.
Love some soccer.
Yes.
Stewie, great work. Speaking of cats, I can hear my cats or my wife's cats trying to get in. They can sense your cat.
They can.
It's a fun show today.
Very fun.
Nobody's saying it was more fun with Tom gone, or are they? I can't remember who it was. One of our listeners. Forgive me, I forgot which show.
No technology issues today, which was nice. I wonder why.
They said they stay to the end because they listen to me struggle pushing the wrong buttons. I'm a moron.
Oh my gosh.
So I can find it real quick. All right, I don't see it. Still bad at technology.
No.
We're gonna let it breathe. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. See you tomorrow.